So we're actually consulting with our church right now to how to build a real outdoor open fire kitchen.
Yeah.
And it's really fun because we're dreaming big.
Because there's this fine balance between, like, you want it to be primitive, but you also want anyone to kind of be able to do it. And my goal is to make it so that no one has to waste time on dealing with funky kit.
Yeah.
But they can focus on just cooking prowess and roasting properly.
Well, you bring up a good point. The whole beauty of it, I think, of wood-fired cooking is this balance of primal appetite and sophisticated. You know, it's a blending.
Yeah.
The final product is beautiful beyond compare, but it also just feeds your human nature, your creatureliness, like nothing else.
Yeah, it's really the end product. You know, the final meal is very coarse and rough and primitive, but it is strangely sublime. I've heard one of the most famous guys talk about it, who cooks outdoors, Francis Mallman, who we'll talk about. He calls it dissonance. You know, that there is a coarseness to it where there's burnt, there's absolutely indubitably burnt parts. And it's a clash of flavors. And I disagree a little bit. I think it's actually it's a super harmony. It's not dissonance. It's actually, it's something unexpected. It's like when you get the harmony of two parts that are polar opposites, but you can actually put them together. That's like a super harmony, rather than things that are only minimally opposite, if you know what I mean. Minimally dichotomous, they're closer to center. It's like, when they harmonize, what we get is inoffensive mildness. And that's cool, and there's a place for that. But when you go all the way out to the poles, and you're serving, burnt, like charred lamb meat, and not burnt, but like definitely carbonized on the outside, with something that totally clashes with it, or you just squeeze lemon on it, right, like polar opposites, completely on the other end of the spectrum of flavor. It's not that they remain dissonant, it's that there's a super harmony. Yeah. And it's amazing, and it's totally out of this world. And I think
someone that knows music might know the better language. Yeah. But it's like quivering on the edge of paradise. I don't know. Paradise and just earth.
Well, I always think of it in terms of the sublime, which Longinus defined, who was a Roman author. But it's really special, and which is actually something, this actually has practical import, and it is that whatever results from your roasting is not whatever, there's limits to that, but that coarseness, that's cool, that's fine, that's okay. So charredness is good, even maybe like rareness, that's good. There are things that...
Or charred on the outside.
Yeah.
And a little bit
rare on the inside. You can be more docile to it because the flavor compounds that are involved in, creating the heat, just the wood itself is adding flavor and other elements that allow for more flexibility there. This is not haute cuisine, This isn't really refined gastronomy. But at the same time, it has this extravagant refinement that is more of an expression of this super harmony, this balance.
Well, it does take attention on the part of the roaster.
Right.
Like you were saying before, it exhausts you.
Does.
And it's not because you're like just creating this subpar product. You are intentionally trying to attain this end result.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're it's actually not 14 hours of partying. And
yeah,
like, if you're going to be the roaster, get ready for a sacrifice on your part.
Yeah.
Because you're not just going to be hanging back and taking it easy. Like,
it's work.
Which is fine. That has its place in the universe, as you say. But if you are the roasting master, then you got to take it seriously. And, and I don't know, then you also get to take credit, I guess, for this kind of result.
Well, and I think that the reason for that is it's not a flip-flop hammock, beer in hand type of experience, unless you have a very advanced, like, mechanical rotisserie
yes,
spit.
That's turning it for you, and
which also has a place in the universe. But if you want to be really primitive, it's not so much a recipe where it's like you plug and play, lamb plus heat plus salt plus olive oil equals nice roast lamb after so many hours per so many pounds, with my, laser thermometer telling me the heat the whole time. None of that. Like, don't even bring a thermometer. That's one of the rules, I think. Tacit rules, but maybe it should be spoken, that you should not have a thermometer. And what that means is that rather than driving and coercing your medium into this perfect end result, is you are responding moment by moment to what the fire is telling you. So it is a constant conversation. You are reading the cooking constantly. And, I will readily confess that I do this to an obsessive, well, indubitably unhealthy degree, because it has taken me out a couple times. Because I do obsess over, I want that shoulder meat to be absolutely pullable.
Yeah.
I want it to be utterly perfect. I want, if I'm roasting a pig, I want the skin to have achieved perfect cosmic crisposity while simultaneously achieving perfect melted pulled pork underneath the skin, which is no small thing. And I can definitely work my way into, mental overload with that. But that is kind of the thing that excites me about it, is that you're constantly responding. You are constantly, you're constantly responding with creativity. And that's what's enticing to me.